evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Chad Richardson Stadium on the campus of the University of Central Oklahoma for tonight's Central Region Championship Final. Tonight's championship features the Tulsa Athletic and your Oklahoma United. Ladies and gentlemen, accompanying our team tonight onto the field, Oklahoma Energy FC U12. Let's meet tonight's starting lineup first for the visiting Tulsa Athletic. Number 1, Bryson Reed. Number 2, Francisco Lopez. Number 19, Vitor Turnez. Number 14, Anthony Harper. Number 3, Joel Quashie. Number 11, Eric Diaz. Number 7, Andrew Nunez. Number 10, Rafa Zaldivar. Number 20, Ishmael Reyes. Number 23, Reed Berry. And number 22, Abu Diallo. And now tonight's starters for your Oklahoma United. Number 28, Harry Tremblay. Number 19, Kai Phillips. Number 8, Daniel River. Number 15, Ethan Taylor. Number 6, Becca Williams. Number 44, Gideon Bossman Kwanzaa. Number 3, Marie Williams. Number 16, Tucker Austin. Number 2, Isaac Zalhar. Number 4, Jackson Lee. And number 1, Alexis Bertrand. Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin tonight's match, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem, performed tonight by Hannah Gibbs.
An hour and a half of open Oklahoma road is all that separates these two squads tonight. A Sooner State showdown to decide who will represent the Middle America in the national semifinals. It's Oklahoma United against Tulsa Athletic in the Central Region Final. Got to see the trophy out there in between the two teams here as they read off the starting 11. Tensions will be high here tonight. We're expecting a physical matchup. Should be a lot of fun. We're happy to have you alongside us here. I'm Dylan Rivera. I'll be with you all evening long. Should be a really interesting contest, not just for the tactical aspect, which will always be a fun puzzle to put together, but also because these two squads are two teams that know each other well. They are teams that have had rivalries and players that have played together. I saw in the pregame players on opposite sides dapping each other up, saying, "What's up, man? Good to see you. It's been a long time." That all has to go away right now, because now you turn into opponents. Now it becomes a matchup that decides whether you continue on playing this season or whether you go home and finish your season here tonight. Obviously, neither side wants to have that be the case. They want to be on top and make that national semifinal, which will be played next Friday in Denton, Texas. Oklahoma United, one of the top teams in the picture, 10-1-1 coming into this matchup, counting the playoffs. And Tulsa Athletic 6-1-4, not to be outdone. They are on a red-hot streak, hoping to come into Oklahoma City and knock off the home United. Starting 11s for these two squads. We'll start with the home team. Oklahoma United in goal is Alexis Bertrand, number 1. In defense at the left back position will be number 3, Kareem Williams. Left center back, number 2, Isaac Dalhart. Number 4, Jackson Lee will be the right center back, and at right back, number 16, Tucker Austin. The two midfielders, number 6, Beckham Williams, and number 44, Gideon Bossman Kwanzaa, trail Ethan Taylor as the attacking midfielder, number 15. The wide men tonight, number 8, Daniel Rivers on the right wing, and Kai Phillip, he wears number 19 here tonight. He'll be on the left wing. And the striker, the center forward, number 28, Harry Tremblez. And he's been in great form as of late for this United squad. We'll see if he can continue that on here tonight against the green and yellow. Starting 11 for Tulsa Athletic. In goal, number 1, Bryson Reed. At left back will be number 3, Joel Quashie. Center back, left center back, that is, Anthony Harper. Right center back, Vitor Ternez. And the right back, Francisco Lopez. In the midfield, 4 across, number 20, Eric Diaz. Andrew Nunez gets the start alongside Josue Rafael Zalvadar, Ismail Reyes at right mid, Reed Berry and Abu Diallo get the start in attack. They wear number 23 and number 22 respectively. Oklahoma United scoring 44 times this season. A really high mark. But what may be more impressive, the 8 goals allowed. They've had 7 clean sheets on the season, which is tied by only Pensacola FC for the most clean sheets among remaining teams. Tulsa Athletic, the numbers aren't quite as pretty, but that tells you how much heart they're playing with and how hard fought their wins have been. 23 goals scored this season, 14 goals allowed, and 2 clean sheets this year. Both squads ready to go. Of course, Tulsa Athletic sports the green and yellow. Bright yellow uniforms here tonight on the road. And Oklahoma United in their home blues. Quickly underway. Tulsa Athletic has already won back possession for the first time. head coach for Oklahoma United, Jimmy Nielsen, discussed with me before the game that he knows that this Tulsa Athletic team plays together and they play strong as a unit. I mentioned the physicality. That's the expectation on the Oklahoma United side. There will be a lot of chatter. There will be a lot of bumps and bruises after this match. Things could get very chippy very quickly. Ball sent back to the goalkeeper, Bryson Reed. Tulsa Athletic deploys a 4-4-2 to begin this match. Moving up into attack. They're on the right wing looking to cross. Kareem Williams clears it away. First corner kick of the night brought to you by Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's corner kicks are brought to you by Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
This is Eric Diaz at the corner flag. Ball sent in and cleared away by Dalhart. Ethan Taylor. Dispossessed. Ethan Taylor knocks down Eric Diaz after he had won the ball back. Free kick on the way for Tulsa Athletic. Free kicks brought to you by Fresh Fit 405.
Brought to you by Fresh Fit 405.
Great road contingency here from Tulsa Athletic fans. All sporting the green, the yellow, and the pink. Certainly make it feel more like a home environment for the road squad. Bertrand, under some duress, clears it away. Francisco Lopez looking to throw it in. Found Diallo. Looked like it may have caught a hand. The officials didn't see anything. A throw in on the way. Kwashi on the far side. Crossed in, and Dalhart heads it away safely for a corner kick. Some appreciation from the goalkeeper in the process.
Corner kicks tonight also brought to you by Teriyaki.
This corner kick brought to you by Teriyaki Madness. in a goal, and Bertrand punches it away, chested down. Defense able to make the block. Nunez had just a moment to try a shot, just couldn't make clean contact with it. Zaldivar. Early cross in. Dalhart clears it away. Osman Kwanzaa closes down the space, and now Tremblay's pressing. Tremblay has been a major winner in the Oklahoma United locker room. Jimmy Nielsen described him as a guy that's worked incredibly hard. Beginning of the season, you didn't see a whole lot of him, and talked about his form coming out of college, seeing a handful of matches here and there. I think some injuries had slowed him down as well. Boy, he's found his form now, playing phenomenally as of late. 2 goals against FC Dallas, and he's in possession now. Feeding it ahead to Ethan Taylor. A great pass while taking contact. Taylor on the left wing. Can he find enough room to cross it? Doing some dancing at the edge of the 18 and cleared away by Tulsa Athletic. Far side crossed in, looking at Osman Kwanzaa, headed away. First goal, or shot on goal, excuse me, for Oklahoma United. And now their first corner kick here. Will be sent in by Beckham Williams. Williams squarely in front of goal. Dalhart got a touch to it, certainly not the one he had in mind. Williams sends it in again. Diaz feeds it ahead to Bertrand. Goalkeeper not worried about it. Kai Phillip. Ethan Taylor just offside. I think that's the right call. Taylor's got to be patient enough to wait on that shoulder. Additionally, Phillip might have to see him just one instant sooner. Ternez elects to go back to the keeper. Diallo making a run in between. And now an opportunity maybe early for the A's. Jackson Lee steps in, and to the corner flag it goes. Ball ideally was headed for Diallo, who had gone in between Dalhart and Kareem Williams, trying to exploit some space in between the lines. And it curled its way all the way to Reed Berry. Now another corner kick opportunity for Tulsa Athletic. Kai Phillip with it in his own box, and a shot goes wide from Tulsa. Tucker Austin was trying to connect there with Daniel Rivers. Rolls out to the keeper. So far early in this match, I would say Tulsa Athletic has been on the front foot. Oklahoma Oklahoma United has not been in a lot of matches where they've truly been challenged this season. FC Dallas matches, of course, are always a challenge. It feels like most of the time Oklahoma United has things under control against their Red River Conference opponents. And now seeing someone new brings a different flavor here to Chad Richardson Stadium. Fed outside, Williams goes shoulder to shoulder, and a goal kick on the way. Kareem Williams, the team captain, always sets the tone. Guy that usually gets a message to the team before they make their way out onto the pitch. Going back to that physicality, I overheard him in the locker room say that he couldn't promise anything wouldn't get physical here tonight between these two squads. Again, a lot of bad blood between players on either side. Certainly a lot of chirping amongst everyone out there. Throwing for Tulsa down the line. Tulsa Athletic has been in this situation before. Back-to-back conference champions. They were the Central Region champion last year in the League for Clubs. For any of those players that had stuck around for a while, 2023 NPSL national champions. Winning pedigree. Has made the road trip to Edmond and maybe is building something special here. Ball into the keeper's area. Dalhart gets a boot to it. Diaz couldn't quite track it down. And now Daniel Rivers away from the pile. Tripped from behind. It was always going to earn a free kick. The official won't have more than a word, though. Warning to Andrew Nunez. And a fresh fit 405 free kick for Oklahoma United. Williams boots it out to the corner flag. Too far out in front of Tucker Austin. Taylor tried to connect with Trembles. Kwashi. Osman Kwanzaa can't get around Diallo, and that's not the place to lose possession. Barry moving to the edge of the 18. And Bertrand makes the save. Had to make just 2 saves against the FC Dallas U23 squad in their last match. But he's been important this season, vitally important to the success of Oklahoma United. Great vision from Kai Phillip. Now Ethan Taylor out on the left edge. Playing it down the line to Phillip. One-on-one opportunity. Phillip cuts inside. Beckham Williams has it at his boots, spinning out of trouble. Ball across, gets by Trembles. A well-developed attack by United. Beckham Williams is an artist on the ball, and for him to find enough space after being put in a phone booth was pretty impressive in its own right. The pass just too far behind Tremblez. United may be starting to find the footing in this match. Williams. Ethan Taylor, not the ideal touch, has to bring it back down. Works out for United. Pass picked out. Ternez. One back by United. Chance for a quick counterattack. Ethan Taylor. Out wide to Phillip. Cross in. Tremblay's got a touch to it, but Bryson Reed has it in his gloves. Barry again stopped by Dalhart. Dalhart had what was likely his best match of the season. Maybe the best match of his life in the last match against FC Dallas. Felt like every attack that the U23 squad built, Isaac Dalhart was the one that stalled it out. Talking about players on form, he and Harry Tremblez, the two that first come to mind on this United squad right now. Corner kick opportunity for Tulsa Athletic. Rafa Zaldivar will send this one in, so a change at the flag. Keeper looking dead into the sun here. Diallo heads it toward goal, but no chance for it to find the net. They'll say it took a deflection off of United. So another corner kick to come. Corner kicks brought to you by Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Into the keeper's area. Bertrand has his hands on that one. Williams finds Austin on the right side, but it goes out of play. Feels like there's been a disconnect on the right side for United. A lot of balls lost on that side of the pitch. Diaz. Now Kwashi. Harper. Nunez threads it through for Barry. Well out wide. Working against Jackson Lee, looking for the cross. Goes over everyone's head, and Kareem Williams, with just the tip of his shoe, sends it out of play. Deep corner throw in here for Tulsa. Ball to be sent in by Francisco Lopez. At the edge of the 6-yard box. Cleared away by United. Whipped in, but cleared away by Lee. Ethan Taylor going to work on his own. And stepped in front at the right time. Got the whistle, a free kick awarded to United. Tulsa Athletic fans here in the stadium unhappy. Felt like the hand from Ethan Taylor after the fall.
It's another fresh fit 405 free kick for Oklahoma United.
Was warranted. Hi, Phillip out wide. Cutting inside. He may have gotten enough there. The referee waves it off. That foul was inside the keeper's area. Would have drawn a penalty. Boy, that was awfully close. Osman Kwanzaa fouls immediately after that. Fresh fit 405 free kick for Tulsa Athletic. And now, very quickly, we're on the other end of the pitch. Austin clears it away. Switching sides. Williams boots it away. Kwashi cuts inside, pokes it out to Diallo, and he had a man on the far side. Was trying to connect with Reyes. Goal kick on the way. Reyes may have been offside. We will not know the answer as they go to the hydration break. Two sides squarely knotted, 0-0. Had a feeling this would be a back and forth match. Two talented squads, two teams that really across the board have high level players. Never felt like there was a spot on the pitch that you could point to and say this is where one team has the advantage. Oklahoma United is starting to feel it in this match. It feels at least that way. Beginning of the match was a little bit of a struggle, and Tulsa Athletic came out on the front foot. And now with a breather, chance to stay hydrated, stay loose. We'll see if anything changes. Sometimes you see some tactical changes here, especially in the second half. You see those major tactical changes in the hydration break. The first half is a little bit more of just motivating and talking about small tactical adjustments, nothing major. But both coaches animated in front of their players here, discussing how to right the ship and get out in front. Shout out the team mascots that were out here, bringing some extra life to the sidelines and able to walk out with the Oklahoma United home team, the Oklahoma Energy FC U12 squad, helping with the loose balls on the pitch as well. Also want to say thank you to all of our sponsors: Tropical Smoothie Cafe, Teriyaki Madness, Fresh Fit 405, Front Porch Homes, and Glaucoma Surgeons of Oklahoma. Both sides stirring around, starting to make their way back out onto the pitch. Center official and Kai Phillip having a conversation right now. I think maybe clarifying that moment that was, for everyone in blue, believed to be a penalty. For everyone in yellow, believed to be no more than a dive. So far, that's maybe been the most crucial juncture in this match. Bertrand has had to be pretty active so far in this first half. Bryson Reed not truly tested yet, but you got to imagine it's coming. Osman Kwanzaa uses his chest to get it off to Beckham Williams. United staying patient in possession here. Ethan Taylor going one-on-one, able to find some room in the 18, crosses it in, no one's there. And now the A's on the move. Reyes feeds it out wide. Last touched by Dalhart. For the opportunity to cross it, it goes over Diallo's head. Still in the attacking third. Back heel to Kwashi. And Bosman Kwanzaa clears it. Got it all the way to the upper deck. Diaz and Nunez can't maintain possession. United pressing a bit. Williams up from his left back spot. Huge collision. Ball won by United. Reyes still down. Into the keeper's area, goes over Tremblez, but a good touch from Taylor, and that goes into the side of the net. It's a tough angle to shoot from for Ethan Taylor. Under that amount of pressure, knowing that you have only a moment to breathe when you're in the keeper's area. Attempting the shot may have been his only option. Edge of the 18. Kwashi has a shot saved by Lee. Stuck a foot out there. And back to Bryson Reed. The A's reset. Andrew Nunez. It's Bosman Kwanzaa in possession. Breaking away from Diaz. The early cross, switching sides of the pitch to Ethan Taylor. Taylor has Tremblez in the center of the box. Elects to feed it back to Kareem Williams. Bryson Reed starts calling for the defense to step. Tremblez gets a touch. No real challenge there for Bryson Reed to get it and roll it out. Zaldivar. Kwashi. Diaz. Now Abu Diallo. A shot deflected away by Dalhart. Dalhart does a nice job closing out the space. In those moments, you have to be brave as a defender and step to the ball as quickly as possible, even if it means leaving your area of the pitch a little open for the moment. You see him lining that shot up, you've got to close it down, and some guys hesitate far too much. Dalhart doesn't. In the 33rd minute, another corner kick. Again, it's Dalhart that makes the play defensively. Zaldivar on the right wing. Last match, Jimmy Nielsen had the ball in his hands at one point. Once again here tonight. Former goalkeeper can't help himself. Of course, that's all in jest. Jimmy Nielsen, great guy. Always enjoy pregame conversations with him. Free kick on the way for Tulsa Athletic. Fresh Fit 405 brings you all of our free kicks here tonight. Headed down by Bosman Kwanzaa. Williams tried to get to it before it went over the byline. Corner kick for Tulsa Athletic. It's taken quickly. Zaldivar sends it in. Dalhart heads it away. Diaz looking for the window to whip it back in. Now Zaldivar will try it, but Taylor there in time. Harper. Now Kwashi. One back by Daniel Rivers. Harper under some pressure. Tremblez wins the ball back. A 2-on-2 situation now for United. Taylor gets a touch. It's saved by Reed. Poor play by Harper on the back line nearly cost Tulsa Athletic here in this first half. But his center back pairing opposite him, Turnus, is able to at least make it a difficult touch for Ethan Taylor. Now maybe another opportunity for United. Taylor out to Kai Phillip. Phillip going one-on-one, tried to toe it to Daniel Rivers. Throw in on the way. Jackson Lee will attempt to get this one inside the 18. Always called upon for the long throw-ins. Going right at the keeper. No blue jerseys around. Bryson Reed uncontested as he makes the catch. Zaldivar. Reyes thought he had time to collect that one, but Kareem Williams quickly closes it down. "37 minutes have passed, and neither side has been able to find a lead." Beckham Williams headed in United's direction. Now Bosman Kwanzaa with a touch. Kai Phillip. Tremblay with a great touch, just a little too much on it. Goes to Harper. And now the ball spills out for Ethan Taylor. Taylor inside the 18. It gets across. Maybe an opportunity for Tremblay. Kwashi squashes it. Reed once again calling for the defense to step to United. Kareem Williams with a shot attempt. Reed stretches out to swat it away. It was going to go wide of the post, but the keeper playing it safe now offers a corner kick to Oklahoma United.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have another corner kick brought to you by Teriyaki Madness.
So Beckham Williams at the flag. See what the set piece brings. Rivers, edge of the 18. Jackson Lee with an opportunity. He may send that over the building. Way too high. His teammates having a laugh about it. He pointed to the bench, still in good spirits. Taylor tried to head it on toward Tremblay. Those moments with the teammates, things you like to see in this league for clubs. A lot of times these squads are players that come from so many different paths, have to get to know each other so quickly and build the chemistry on the pitch so quickly. That was one of the question marks at the very beginning of the season, as United earns a throw in deep in their own territory. How quickly can you build chemistry? That was the question we had asked at the start. And for United, you've been able to see it steadily grow from the end of May to now the end of July. Hoping for just one more week with each other. And a goal here would mark a big step in that direction. Austin, the cross. Cleared away for a throw. Jackson Lee again going for the long throw in, and again Bryson Reed, like a wide receiver, high points it and makes the grab. Diallo. Zaldivar. All crossed in. Diallo on the opposite side, headed it back toward goal. But Alexis Bertrand up to the task. Osman Kwanzaa to Beckham Williams. Now Dalhart. Osman Kwanzaa hit the deck. Barry can't believe there was a whistle even for that. Free kick taken quickly. Now Daniel Rivers on the right side. Austin trying to get it over the head of Kwashi to Taylor. Osman Kwanzaa quickly closing in. Rivers slides to send it out of play. Tulsa Athletic amidst a hot streak. 5 straight victories coming into this match. But the 6th would carry more weight if they can find it on the road here tonight. Not just for what it means and where it'll take you, but obviously any time Tulsa and Oklahoma City can find a way to lock horns, boy, is it fun. Every Oklahoman feels it. Whether you're from T-Town or the 405, you rep your side.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee has indicated a minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage time for the first half. 3 minutes of stoppage time.
Williams able to get to the ball before Reyes. Phillip trying to get around the defender, cleared away, a throw in on the way for United. Three minutes of stoppage time here in this first half. Long throw in from Williams. Finding its way to Tremblez. Far side, it's Austin now. Beckham Williams. Quickly under duress. Austin's going to have to quickly cross. It finds a way all the way through. Phillip! A beautiful strike from the winger. There was only about one place that Kai Phillip could have fit that through. And he found it. Oklahoma United with a 1-0 lead. Perfect way to cap off the first half for United. I mentioned that at the start it felt like Tulsa Athletic was on the front foot. Now United is certainly on the front foot. Kai Phillip scores his first goal on the season. And what is so far the most important match of the season for United. Diaz. Zaldivar. Diallo inside the 18. A shot attempt and Bertrand's on it. Taylor with a forward touch. At the left wing, is he able to retain possession? No. United pressing to win the ball back here late. They do so now. And there's the halftime whistle. Oklahoma United has the lead. Appreciation from the home fans. A hard-fought 45 minutes. And in stoppage time, Kai Phillip scores his first goal on the season. Pre-game conversations with Jimmy Nielsen. He had talked about trying to get Kai Phillip into one-on-one situations out wide. You've seen it in spurts here and there, but Phillip had always looked to cross. That one wasn't a one-on-one situation for Kai Phillip to get the finish. It was a cross that had somehow found its way all the way to the other end of the 18 with Phillip waiting. All he had to do was strike it well, and he did so. For Tulsa Athletic, no reason to hang their heads, but certainly needing to regroup and figure out how to climb out of the 1-0 deficit. They've done it before. Certainly won't bat an eye at this one here tonight. But the regional final means there's more on the line. A trophy on the line. And we'll see what it looks like after the second 45 when we come back. Can you hear me? Yeah, I figured we'll do replay when we come back. I was already about to go to break, so I was like, let me just go.
Ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's halftime entertainment, please welcome Michael King and his one-man circus.
really.
And Tulsa Athletic. Oklahoma United pulled away at the very last second. It's now 1-0 at the half. Dylan Rivera alongside Alex Zoneveld, the GM here for Oklahoma United. Thank you for joining me up here at half. Obviously, things turned quickly there at the end. I'll just get your general thoughts on how this first half has gone.
Yeah, it was a really end-to-end game, exactly what I thought it might be. You know, very cagey. It was almost one of those games where neither side really wanted to concede. You could see that in the style of play. Look, I think they did well, Tulsa, but I think our defence largely negated them. Luckily, Alexis Bertrand's between the sticks for us wasn't called into action too many times. I think the same is kind of true for us. We didn't really test their keeper all that much, but I think we were doing really well getting it up the wing. I think Kai Phillip was causing them problems on the wing, albeit his final ball wasn't quite there, but once we did seem to really connect, we scored that great goal. You know, and going into the half 1-0 up, it's, you know, such a psychological advantage. I think it's going to be a really, really big one in the dressing room.
Well, you had just mentioned to me while we were off the air here, a partnership up front that we haven't seen really between Kai Phillip, Harry Tremblez, and Daniel Rivers. Those three guys have not worked much together, at least in game. Maybe they have in practice, but here in game, first real chance to see them work together, and that takes some time to kind of build that fluidity between your front group.
That's it. You know, it takes time for people to gel, whether that's on the pitch or off the pitch. Now, these guys have trained together all season, but the fact is we weren't expecting necessarily to lose Ethan Nicolo and Mitija Milenovic last game. So the fact is we've now, you know, Harry was always going to start, but we've kind of had to change our strategy. So it's only natural that it takes a little bit of time to kind of get a feel for each other. And we saw that at the beginning of the season generally as well, you know, even with Eli Langford and Mattia, etc. But the fact is, I do think as the half went on, they were getting into a rhythm. I think we were creating more and more chances. I think we were looking stronger and stronger. And to cap it off with a goal is a really strong way to finish the half.
I had mentioned here in this first half, it felt like Tulsa kind of came out on the front foot, and for the first maybe 10 minutes or so, it felt like Tulsa Athletic had the advantage, and then slowly it started to shift, and you could see by the end of the first half that Oklahoma United was more comfortable and felt like they had figured out what they wanted to do and gotten into those spaces they were trying to get into, and it really started to mount counterattacks. That was one thing that I think has been really strong is seeing that transition be so smooth for United here in this first half. That's one thing that's going to be key here tonight against Tulsa Athletic because they transition well. How well can you combat that is going to be key.
Yeah, I think it's a really, really good question. First of all, I'd just say I think what was really interesting from my perspective is you could hear how much their head coach was emphasising, you know, getting back into shape every time we kind of retook possession of the ball. They know how good we are and how quick we are with their counter-attack and a quick break. So that's something that they, you know, really keen to defend against, and it's a really good asset for us. I think for us, look, you know, I feel really confident in our defence. The key is, I think for us, it's don't get dragged out of position. Don't play their game. You know, Our game works great. I know with players like, you know, Abu, who is a great striker who formerly played for us, they're very, very good strikers. They've got some really decent pace in the wing, and they're going to try and pull our guys out of position. Now with Jackson and Isaac and, you know, and Kareem and we stay in our shape and we play our game of soccer and we prevent, you know, getting pulled around too much, I think we'll be fine. The only risk is, you know, if there's a lapse in judgment, a lapse in concentration, you know, people start wandering off, etc. That for me is where we really expose ourselves to counter-attack. But getting that goal really helps with that, I think.
This match here tonight is going to be a lot mental, especially here in this second half for United. You know, you had just mentioned, obviously, trying not to fall asleep in your defensive assignment, but then also the aspect of this is a regional final. You're one match away from the national semifinal and being in the Final Four. And then the other factor that I've mentioned here tonight is these two squads know each other well.
Yep.
These are guys that have played together. They've played against each other plenty of times. So they know who they're up against, and there's been a lot of chatter. I know that already. So trying to keep your heads about you, that's another challenge that they've got to face here in the second half.
That's it, and I think that's something that Coach Nielsen has really kind of tried to drill into the players throughout the season. You know, he never wants to get overconfident. He never wants the guys to get sloppy. That's one of, I know for a fact, his really big kind of pet peeves. He wants every game to be treated like a cup final, which means when you get to the cup final, the idea is you go in with the same mentality you always go in with. Now, it's going to be really tough. And the heat as well does not make it easy. When you've been at full stretch for 60, 70 minutes and that 80, 90 degree heat is bearing down on you, trying to dig deep and find that extra energy for that last run is super important. But look, I trust Coach Nielsen. I trust these guys. These guys are excellent. They're a really, really good group of players, mentally really strong. And to a point, you've got to take a leap of faith that you've kind of put together the right squad and that you trust your players, which I think, speaking for myself and the coach, we do implicitly.
Yeah, my final question here for you is a little bit more big picture. Being the GM here for Oklahoma United and representing them here on this broadcast, is how much would a regional final win mean to this club, and making that national semifinal, what would that mean for Oklahoma United?
Everything. I mean, I came in for this season with the goal of really, as well as success on the pitch, boosting the grassroots soccer in OKC. And they go hand in hand. So, we really didn't know how this season was going to go. We had really high standards, really high targets, but, there's a lot that can go wrong. Just to be here, to be champions of the Red River is an astonishing achievement. To be in this game is an astonishing achievement. And to think that we could be, the central regional champions of the league for clubs, but there's a lot of really, really strong clubs in that division, and going to the Nationals in only our second season as a club. It's an amazing moment for Oklahoma United. It's an amazing moment for Oklahoma. And it's an amazing moment for the coach, these players, the fans. And I think it's just been incredible. No matter how today goes, I am so overwhelmed with pride for this team and these supporters. And I just really would like to thank every single fan for the faith they've placed in us. And hopefully we can get it done.
Yeah, really excited to see it continue to build as well. I mean, this is, I don't want to say ground zero. I guess it's ground one, because ground zero would have been last year. But, I mean, it's going to continue to elevate from here, and just excited to see what that looks like. But obviously, we've still got another 45 minutes to go here tonight, and hoping for one more week of soccer with this club as well. Second half on the way here in just a few moments. Oklahoma United, Tulsa Athletic. It's a 1-0 scoreline here at the break. We'll be back with you here in just a few moments. Yeah, that was great.
Love that.
Thank you, sir. Second half now just moments away here between Oklahoma United and Tulsa Athletic in the regional final. Shout out to all of our great sponsors there, Glaucoma Surgeons of Oklahoma, as well as Front Porch Homes, Fresh Fit 405, Teriyaki Madness, and Tropical Smoothie Cafe. I want to show you how we got here. A quick look at the replay from this first half. And United able to get that first goal, but they were tested early, and Bertrand had to make a couple of saves. This opportunity we thought may be something. Beckham Williams was able to find a way to cross it to Tremblez, but just some disconnect in attack. And neither side was really able to grab the bull by the horns until the very end when this ball rolled all the way across from Tucker Austin to Kai Phillip. And Phillip struck it so well, struck it perfectly, and placed it in the right spot for Oklahoma United to grab hold of this one. And now a 1-0 lead at the break. Oklahoma United has had a lot of matches this season where they've been in front at the half. Tulsa Athletic has found themselves to be down more than once here this season, and that's not a knock on Tulsa Athletic. I say that with all due respect because many times they've been able to find a way out of those holes. They've been able to fight and come out ahead. And I fully expect Tulsa Athletic to come out with a fire in this second half. And with a reckless abandonment, they will play with all of their heart. And that's all that you can ask for as a Tulsa Athletic fan. We'll see how it shakes out. It'll be fun to watch regardless. These two sides so highly contested. You can imagine that being down there on the pitch, nobody wants it more than the man standing next to him, whether that be Oklahoma United or for Tulsa Athletic. They all are fighting for this same goal to represent the Central region in the national semifinal. There are just 7 teams remaining in the league for clubs. Iron Rose FC has already made it out of the West. They've booked their spot in the national semifinal tonight. One of these two teams will book their spot, and one of Capital City SC and Pensacola FC will book their spot. They'll be representing the South region. The East region final will be moved to a later date. There are some weather complications up in New York that have caused the Met Oval Academy and Atlantic City match to be moved. But those are the teams still fighting for it. The Capital City match and the Pensacola match in the 17th minute right now, scoreless so far. The national semifinal and final played out this coming Friday and this coming Sunday in Denton, Texas. That'll be Friday the 24th and Sunday the 26th. The 24th will be the semifinal matches. 26th will be the final. As far as game times and opponents, those will be drawn at a later date. And we'll see who it is that represents the Central region within the next 45 minutes plus. Both squads have made their way back out there. Certainly have been some conversations about how to adjust going into this second half. As much as Tulsa Athletic may be making changes to try to get out in front, Oklahoma United may be making the same number of changes as they attempt to build on their lead. There's certainly a 1-0 advantage. It is not much of an advantage. You'd like to have a little bit more breathing room. Throw in for Tulsa Athletic. It'll be a throw in now for United. Foul called against Tulsa Athletic. Tremblez draws the whistle. Fresh Fit 4:05 free kick on the way.
First free kick of the second half brought to you again by Fresh Fit 4:05.
Tucker Austin back to Jackson Lee. A lot of pressure from Barry. First half goal from Kai Phillip, brought to you by Front Porch Homes. If you overheard Alex Zonneveld there at the half, the GM of Oklahoma United, mention Ethan Nicolo and Matija Milenovic, both out now for United. Good play defensively from Kareem Williams. A corner kick on the way for Tulsa Athletic. Matija Milenovic is on the bench here tonight. Knee all wrapped up, crutches in hand. Believed to be an ACL. Certainly hurt for Matija Milenovic and all that he's done for United. You certainly appreciate. Ethan Nicolo with, I believe it was an ankle injury. The ball's crossed in for Tulsa Athletic and headed away. Rivers clears it. Nicolo was nearing the completion of his season for United as it was. Obviously, everyone here in Edmond wishes him the best of luck as he goes to Northwestern to play college soccer. UConn native. Zaldivar too high. You like the aggressiveness from Tulsa Athletic out of the break. They certainly are looking to get that equalizer. The amount of time left in this match will certainly be a factor. So the quicker you can strike, the better. Bosman Kwanzaa. Now Kai Phillip. Beckham Williams into some open space. Diallo. As it's stripped away by Beckham Williams. Daniel Rivers now in possession. Tremblez wide. Feeding it out to Tucker Austin. Had the assist earlier. Can he do it again? It's deflected away by Zaldivar. Williams sends it in. Bryson Reed off his line. Makes a good play. Now quickly trying to counterattack. Diallo gets a touch. Zaldivar off and running. But Jackson Lee steps to the pass and boots it away. Not sure what the whistle was for. I think it was for an offside call. Tulsa Athletic possessed the ball, though, so maybe an inadvertent whistle or just ill-advised at least. Harper. Now Reed. Good ball from the keeper. Into Diallo. Spilling back. Diaz. Feeding it out wide. Maybe an opportunity to equalize. Into the 6-yard box. It's stopped by Bertrand. Kareem Williams there as well. May have been the left back that got the last touch. Either way, sets up a Tropical Smoothie Cafe corner kick. Ball over everyone's head. Zaldivar breaks away. It'll be a goal kick. Rivers tried to poke it over the head of Harper for Tremblez, but the flag goes up. Rivers just needed a little more lift on that. Looks like it may have been called a handball against Tulsa Athletic. Harper was able to get the deflection, but it was with the upper side of his arm.
You've got a fresh fit 405 free kick for Oklahoma.
There's been a couple tonight that I think they've missed, and I didn't think that was the call that they were making, but it is. And a fresh fit 405 free kick. Beckham Williams with the left boot, lined up behind it. Two-man wall for Tulsa Athletic. Daniel Rivers is out wide to the right. It's whipped in by Williams. Taylor and a defender both leap for it. And the play will stop. Member of Tulsa Athletic down on the pitch. Certainly anytime there may be a head injury, you want to play it safe. Referee quickly blew it dead and asked for the trainer to come out. Everyone able to grab a quick drink or catch their breath at least. This game has gone so back and forth that anytime you get a moment to breathe, you certainly should take advantage of it. The player that was down there was Vitor Turnus. Up and away we go. Bertrand has to come up to get his gloves on it. Kareem Williams to Tremblez. Good header toward Rivers. Rivers still pressing toward it. But Turness able to spin it in the direction of the green and yellow. Bosman Kwanzaa now. Beckham Williams. Phillip couldn't keep it in play. And 2 substitutions will be made by Tulsa. Onto the pitch, number 21 is Joe Ruiz, and number 8, Brandon O'Rourke.
Substitution brought to you by Glaucoma Surgeons of Oklahoma. Onto the pitch now for Tulsa Athletic, number 8, Brandon O'Rourke, and number 21, Joe Ruiz.
Number 11, Eric Diaz, subbed off, and it looks like on the far side that may be Ismail Reyes. That may be O'Rourke. We may have a typo on our end over here. O'Rourke immediately gets a touch inside the 18. Crossing it in, it's stopped by Bertrand. Barry was not far away. A round of applause from the road fans. Bosman Kwanzaa. Now Ethan Taylor over to Kareem Williams, who has time and space. Phillips' ball takes a deflection. Jackson Lee couldn't find his teammate Barry, able to pick it out, and that was dangerous, but United wins the ball back. United bringing the press on there, trying to get back to the ball. Now Ruiz. Taylor makes a nice tackle. Bosman Kwanzaa. Beckham Williams. Now Kai Phillip. Diallo. Now O'Rourke. Barry got a touch to it. Didn't work out. And Bertrand sends it away. Abu Diallo on the team of the week for the League for Clubs this past week, as was Harry Tremblez for Oklahoma United. And then 2 players named honorable mention. As Bertrand again makes the stop for Oklahoma United. Beckham Williams, honorable mention on the United side. And Ismail Reyes for Tulsa Athletic. Ruiz. Now Harper. Turness. Ball ends up at the boots of Dalhart.
and gentlemen, we want to remind you after the game we will have post-game autographs as usual. However, that will come after the trophy ceremony. We will have a Central Region Championship trophy presentation immediately following the game, and then post-game autographs.
Joe Ruiz, Nunez, Diallo hops up, little gimpy. Ball will spin its way to Harry Tremblez. He's looking for help on the left side. Feeds it out to Kai Phillip. Defense gets there first. Phillip holds him up. Fresh Fit 405 free kick on the way for Tulsa. And a yellow card for Kai Phillip.
Yellow card has been issued to Oklahoma United, number 19, Kai Phillip.
Poor pass from Ruiz. He immediately stuck his hand up. Throw in on the far side to come for United. First half stats were pretty lopsided, actually, for Tulsa Athletic, at least in the possession category. 63% for Tulsa Athletic. Oklahoma United just 37%. Fresh Fit 405 free kick for Oklahoma United. 3 saves in the first half for Bryson Reed, 2 for Alexis Bertrand, but obviously the 1 goal for Kai Phillip is what carries the most weight. Abou Diallo. Pressed by Taylor on the backside, and a free kick for Tulsa Athletic. Again, the referee reaches into his pocket, and a caution for Ethan Taylor. Free kick from a dangerous position now for Tulsa.
Yellow card issued to Oklahoma United, number 15, Ethan Taylor.
Math is correct here. This is about a 26-yard shot if they decide to put this on goal. Rafa Zaldivar will be the one to send it away. This could be a definitive moment in this match. 4-man wall for United. Bertrand with his hands outstretched. It goes off the crossbar. O'Rourke brings it back down. Beckham Williams sends it away. United survives. Tucker Austin sending it in. Tremblez trying to get there. Back and forth we go. Ball over the top. Jackson Lee, at least the subtle clearance. Taylor again from behind, knocks down all green and yellow. The official just giving a warning. Taylor points to his shoulder. Substitutions to be made. Substitutions tonight brought to you by Glaucoma Surgeons of Oklahoma.
Glaucoma
At a full sprint, Carson Banham makes his way out there.
Carson Banham.
A change for United as well.
For Oklahoma United, number 13, Tyler Aka-Wheatcroft.
Tyler Aka-Wheatcroft makes his first appearance in some time for United. And Nickel Alexander subs in as well. Kai Phillip out of the match for United, as is Harry Trembless. Alexander wins the ball back. Tripped up, no whistle, but a throw in for United. Harper looking to play the long ball, and it might work out. Banham inside the 18, held off by Jackson Lee. Dalhart thought he was offside. From up here, I don't think he was. I think Banham was cleanly on the shoulder of Dalhart. An excellent ball from Harper to give Tulsa a chance. Can he whip it in again? Kwashi goes down after Nickel Alexander slams into his backside. Free kick for Tulsa Athletic. Zaldivar, who hit the crossbar just moments ago, now from the wide area. Sending at the back post. Too high for Diallo. Hydration break for Oklahoma United and Tulsa Athletic.
We've reached our second half hydration break.
We're in the 70th minute here with United leading by 1. And I have to say, if you're a United fan coming into this match and you thought that United was going to pull away quickly, you were mistaken. This Tulsa Athletic team is tough. Plays with so much heart, so much physicality. You knew this was always going to be a slugfest. You knew this was always going to go a full 90. If United can get one more here in this second half, you feel like this place is going to explode. It's going to erupt with noise. And if Tulsa Athletic can somehow find the equalizer, the road fans who have made the journey from T-Town to Chad Richardson Stadium, they too will be on their feet. It's going to be a fun final 30 minutes here. I guess 25 is what I should say. It's probably not going to be 10 minutes of stoppage time. Interested to see how much Oklahoma United may stay on the offensive or if they'll decide to sit back defensively. If you've been watching the World Cup, there was a strategy deployed not too long ago by England, and it really cost them. Deciding to go defensive early. Ended up getting Argentina into the final. You have to teeter that line of staying aggressive, still looking to add to your lead, and still playing your match. And at this point, I would imagine United will continue to play as they have. And if they go defensive, I would imagine it would come within the next 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes, if they do that. But in the 72nd minute, Surely you would imagine they will continue to push for another goal. Whistle puts this one back in play as Bertrand sends it away. The sun has set here at Chad Richardson Stadium. The lights have come on. I always feel like I have to mention the wind for every single match that's played here. Mikel Alexander able to settle it down, and the shot is blocked. Bosman Kwanzaa now. Pretty strong winds, and they're going from the south to the north. Bosman Kwanzaa taken down hard. Free kick already away. There's the physicality we've been talking about. Diallo heading it for Zaldivar. Jackson Lee intercepts. And a throw in deep in Oklahoma United territory. Another change for Tulsa Athletic. Edgardo Mira will check in.
Tulsa Athletic substitution onto the pitch now. Edgardo Mira, number 18.
He takes over at right back for Francisco Lopez. Scratch that. They may be moving Kwashi now over to right back. That is the change they'll make. And Mira will be at left. At the back post, Bertrand has to leap up into the air for it. Banham, Williams. There's the chippiness. Banham gets the yellow. Bertrand made the play. Certainly gave a little shove after. You can't deny that, but they're always going to give caution to any player that goes after the keeper unless the keeper does something really egregious, and not enough there to warrant anything against Bertrand. Diallo wrapped up with Taylor and with Bosman Kwanzaa. Fresh Fit 405 free kick for Tulsa Athletic. Mikel Alexander pressing. O'Rourke. Nice job by Williams. Nice job by Alexander. But O'Rourke again able to steal it back. Banham out wide. Going to work on Dalhart. The cross to the back post. Bertrand has it. The intensity out of this hydration break has certainly ratcheted up a notch. Turnus. Nunez plays it out wide. Mira whipping it in, and Jackson Lee gets ahead to it. Diallo trying to position himself for a bicycle kick that goes too high. You have to have a high level of confidence to try to pull that one off. especially in that much traffic. Doesn't work out for Diallo this time. O'Rourke can't control the touch. And United prepared to make another substitution. Ethan Bonaparte on the touchline, taking the penny off. And it looks like he'll replace Gideon Bossman-Kwanzaa. Round of applause from the home crowd for Bossman-Kwanzaa. Substitutions brought to you by Glaucoma Surgeons of Oklahoma. Ethan Taylor. United has numbers, but Turnus able to stall it out. Ball pinballs around. And now Tulsa can reset here. Abou Diallo. O'Rourke to Kwashi. Kwashi cuts inside, gets it to his left boot. Williams in the way. Mikael Alexander as Akko Wheatcroft running with him. Left wing, Akko Wheatcroft going to the flag. Goes down, and it'll be a goal kick. A little bit extracurricular. The official warning Akko Wheatcroft. Zaldivar. Great move from Ethan Taylor. Oohs and ahs from the crowd. Beckham Williams on the run. Mikael Alexander bumped off his spot. Well defended by Ruiz. Taylor pokes it out for Akko Wheatcroft. Good vision from Beckham Williams. Tucker Austin with time out on the right wing. There's the cross. Alexander was lining it up. But Tulsa now in possession. Anthony Harper. Kwashi. Joe Ruiz. Mira. Zaldivar back to Mira. Left wing, it's crossed in. An opportunity headed away by Dalhart. And Tucker Austin gives it the proper clearance. One change to be made for Tulsa Athletic. Miguel Madrigal subs in.
Number 16, Miguel Madrigal onto the pitch.
This is where United cannot get complacent. 83rd minute, you start to realize the situation. You start to feel it. Up 1 goal, time waning down. If you relax in this moment, Tulsa Athletic will equalize. Jimmy Nielsen wants to make a substitution as well. Tulsa fans, Tulsa bench, everyone unhappy that Oklahoma United was able to delay play long enough to get the substitution, and Stephen Laguerre checks in for Daniel Rivers. Tucker Austin rejoins play. Alexander going one-on-one with the center back. Getting it to his left boot. Alexander gives it a chance. Bryson Reed makes the save. Quashie. Couple of step overs. Ball in. And Bertrand saves it. Turnus to Zaldivar, but Taylor steps to it and it intercepts. Taylor gets around Turnus, has Alexander running with him, cuts it inside. It's on his right boot, Ethan Taylor. Strong solo effort from Ethan Taylor. At least had enough room to get to his spot and attempt a shot. One change for Tulsa Athletic. Again, substitutions brought to you by Glaucoma Surgeons of Oklahoma. It's Aaron Ugba that subs in. Quashie off the pitch. Harper. Ugba with his first touch. Tried to cross it in. Williams in the way. Now Harper. He'll whip it in. And Bertrand has it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you we will have post-game autographs on but not until after our trophy presentation. Central Region Championship Trophy will be presented following the game. And then
Alexander. Picked out by Harper. Ugbutta O'Rourke. And a free kick drawn. Laguerre, the offender. Sent out wide. Diallo charging forward. Got Williams to spin on the back foot. O'Rourke lays it off to Harper. Jackson Lee in the way. Stonewall Jackson. Corner kick now for Tulsa Athletic. Again, the time continuing to tick away. The drum has gotten louder. The moments mean more. Is this it? Last touched by United. Another substitution for the home Blues. Glaucoma Surgeons of Oklahoma.
Substitutions brought to you by Glaucoma Surgeons of Oklahoma, entering the pitch for Oklahoma United.
Ethan Taylor makes his way off.
Number 12, Carter Adams.
And Carter Adams will be the one that subs in. There's the whistle for Banham to put it in play. A crowded 6-yard box. Mira flicks it back out for Banham. Spins it in to the keeper's area. And last off of United, another corner kick on the way for Tulsa Athletic. This one brought to you by Teriyaki Madness. Another opportunity for Tulsa Athletic. Can the A's equalize? It's in, and Lee clears it away. Another head away by Bonaparte. Still with Tulsa. Diallo trying to find space in the wide area. Backside, Banham's there, Williams is there, and it goes off of Tulsa. A goal kick for Oklahoma United.
Ladies and gentlemen, officials have indicated a minimum of 7 minutes of stoppage time.
There will be 7 minutes of added time. And you just heard the crowd give a big ooh. There's still a lot more to be played. Throw in for Tulsa. Keep in mind, in the last match for Tulsa, it went to extra time. They found 2 after full time had been completed and beat the Evolution U23s 3-1. Bertrand has it slowly rolled to him. Diallo can't believe it. Tulsa Athletic just recently, in these late game moments, has performed. I've mentioned it all night long. They've got heart. They've got the tenacity. But can they find the equalizer? Ugba. Outside now. O'Rourke sending it in. Diallo got a head to it. It'll be a goal kick for Bertrand. Relentless pressure right now from Tulsa. Kel Alexander possesses. Sacco Wheatcroft couldn't control. Madrigal, Harper, Mira. The attack lining up inside the 18. Waiting on the ball to find a way in. Headed on, but Ugba's off. Carter Adams looked like he was trying to keep it in play. Couldn't do so successfully. Madrigal. Turnus. Mira. Zaldivar. Good through ball from Zaldivar. Mira can send it in. Right in front of goal. Laguerre takes a touch. A lot of danger as Kareem Williams clears it away. Ugba settles it down, and it goes soaring over goal. Incredibly dangerous. Laguerre had the ball in front of him. Took a touch rather than just booting it out. And that moment, I think everyone in this stadium held their breath. Still, Tulsa trudges on. Time is not on their side. You have to imagine that final whistle is not far away. Mira, a long ball in. Dalhart gets his head to it. Throw in on the way. Banham. Center of the keeper's area. Zaldivar has time to settle it down and get it off. O'Rourke's shot is blocked. Alexander intelligently sends it as far away as he can. The home fans beginning to whistle. The official just checked his watch. A foul here late. Fresh Fit 4:05 free kick. Yellow card for Carter Adams.
Yellow card has been
season on the line. Bryson Reed, the goalkeeper, has made his way into the keeper's area. This may be the last chance for the A's. Ball in. Headed by Laguerre. It'll be another corner. Ball whipped in, back post. Everybody raises their hand, and it last touched Tulsa Athletic. Anthony Harper was the one to get his head to it. And there's the final whistle. The Central Region runs through the 405. Oklahoma United is in the Final Four. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blues are Central Region champions. Oklahoma United has played at an elite level all season long. And tonight, they had to be at their best. I mentioned earlier, it's a positive and a negative that Tulsa Athletic really has not found themselves in matches like this. Tonight, they had to give it 110%. They had to go the extra mile. They had to continue to believe, not just for 90 minutes, for 90 plus. They had to believe from the day that they got here in Edmond. They had to believe from the day that they first put that blue uniform on. They had to believe that this was possible. And Jimmy Nielsen has instilled that belief from day one. Oklahoma United is on to the national semifinal. And finally, everyone in this stadium can let go of their breath. For Tulsa Athletic, the season comes to an end. They were 6-1-4, including their playoff matchup coming into this match. And a really, really good season for the road team here tonight. Rattled off 5 straight victories. And certainly brought the best out of Oklahoma United. And it's hard to believe that the home schedule is over now for this United team. They move on to Denton, Texas. The ice bucket is ready for Jimmy Nielsen. And a shower for the White Puma. There's a second cooler on the way. Nickel Alexander, I think, failed to get coach and got more of himself. All smiles for Oklahoma United. The trophy down at center of the field. Deputy Commissioner Todd Lisenby to hand off the Central Region Trophy to Oklahoma United. And they'll let Matija Milinovic and Kareem Williams be the ones to lift it. Central Region champions, Oklahoma United. Hardware was always in the plans, and now they've got it. They need just 2 more wins to finish the journey. National semifinal Friday at Norma Noble Hunt Stadium in Denton, Texas, the University of North Texas. Oklahoma United will play that day. And if they can get the victory on Friday, they will play again on Sunday in the national final. This team is motivated. This team is hungry. This team knows what it's capable of. It's just a matter of getting it done. And they got it done here tonight. The team got it done against Tulsa Athletic for a full 90 plus. Plenty of chances in the first half that neither side could really convert. Keepers up to the task. Back lines standing tall. But that was the opener. And not just the opener, the game decider. Kai Phillip scored. I don't want to call that upper 90, but it's awfully close. Getting it by Bryson Reed. And the second half got physical. I talked about the level of physicality that was expected to be on tonight. And it finally came to a head in that second 45. The two sides knew what was at stake and knew how much it would mean to make the national semifinal. Oklahoma United moves on. And now this is truly special down here on the pitch for Oklahoma United. They get to celebrate with their home fans as the trophy gets lifted in Edmond. We thank you for tuning in all season long here with Oklahoma United. The season not coming to a close just yet. They'll be playing again Friday, July 24th in Denton, Texas. If you can't make the trip out, there will be a stream available. And we'll see who their opponent will be as we await the league draw. But we do know this. Iron Rose FC will be there, and Oklahoma United will be there. There are only 4 teams left in the league for clubs after this week. Capital City SC, Pensacola FC, Met Oval Academy, and Atlantic City FC all still in the picture. One of those matches will be decided here tonight. The South Region winner will be determined here as well. But the Central and the West has been settled. Oklahoma United will represent Middle America in the national semifinal for the League for Clubs. 1-0 finish. Kai Phillips scores the winner. We thank you for tuning in. Hope you have a great evening, everyone.